Key news stories, views. Firstly, Oromo Liberation Army OLA has issued a statement. We were waiting for a statement from OLA because OLA is expected to come under a crackdown in coming days. Now, when TDF OLA alliance on the ground has been broken, what is OLA planning? We have a statement now from OLA. Secondly, US Embassy in Ethiopia has also issued a statement because today is Human Rights Day. So, in connection with this day, US Embassy in Ethiopia has issued a statement. US Embassy is accusing all parties, TPLF, Ethiopian National Defense Force, Eritrean Defense Force, and other armed factions of human rights abuses in Ethiopia. And lastly, viewers, some massive rallies have been taken out in the US by both parties. Ethiopian Eritreans have held a large No More rally, and Tigrayans, Oromos have also held some rallies. I have some video clips for you. It seems that this battle is being fought not only in Ethiopia, in Tigray, in Amhara, but also on the streets of Washington, D.C. I'll show you video clips. Firstly, viewers, Oromo Liberation Army has issued a statement. We were waiting for a statement from OLA because OLA TDF alliance has been broken. On the ground alliance has been broken as North Shore Oromia Special Zone have come under Ethiopian government and Amhara regional government control. What is OLA saying now? OLA says, well, firstly, that though forming a new alliance is part of struggle, but it always relied on its own resources. So that is why it will continue its struggle. It is telling us that though it struck alliance with TDF, if there is no on the ground alliance possible now, it does not mean that OLA will stop its struggle. It will continue its struggle. Secondly, OLA is accusing Ethiopian media authority that it wrote a letter to ESAT. It told ESAT, Ethiopian Media Authority, that ESAT should not give coverage to OLA's gains in Oromia region. Since today morning, we have been hearing about this letter that Ethiopian Media Authority wrote a letter to ESAT to stop ESAT from covering OLA's gains in Oromia. But a statement has been issued by Ethiopian Media Authority. Ethiopian Media Authority says that the letter which is being shared is fake. It has not issued any such letter to ESAT news channel. Thirdly, Oromo Liberation Army says that Ethiopian government, Oromia regional government is planning rather that government soldiers will impersonate as OLA fighters and they'll commit atrocities against civilians. Then these impersonators will be presented in front of media as OLA fighters. Lastly, OLA is saying that people of Oromia should have trust in OLA. OLA will keep on doing what it was doing. It will continue its struggle. OLA will come under pressure in coming days. You'll see massive crackdown will be done. Drones are being used in Western Oromia too. We could see more such drone attacks in coming days. It will be a test of OLA's strength. Can OLA survive this new phase of crackdown? That remains to be seen, viewers. Secondly, US Embassy in Ethiopia has issued a statement. Today is Human Rights Day, 10th of December. In connection with this day, US Embassy in Ethiopia has issued a statement. US Embassy says that it condemns all human rights abuses, sexual violence committed by TPLF. Number one mentioned by US Embassy is TPLF. Secondly, Ethiopian National Defense Force. Thirdly, Eritrean forces. And lastly, other armed factions. So now, TPLF, Ethiopian government forces, and Eritrean forces, they're being treated in the same manner when it comes to human rights abuses, because Amnesty International, Human Rights Watch, they have reported about human rights abuses committed by Tigray fighters as well in Amhara region. So the leverage which Tigray had in terms of putting pressure upon Ethiopian government, Ethiopian forces, Eritrean forces, that they commit atrocities in Tigray, the leverage has been lost now, because some human rights bodies have reported about human rights abuses committed by TDF fighters in Amhara region too. Lastly, viewers, today massive rallies were taken out in Washington DC by Ethiopian and Eritreans under the banner of No More Movement, backed by Ethiopian government. And Oromos and Tigrayans, they also held large rallies in Washington DC today. So both parties, Ethiopian diaspora split into two, is holding rallies on a regular basis in the US. In other countries as well, we have heard of rallies, but US is the center of these rallies, especially Washington DC, in front of State Department. We have seen that in the past as well. Today, once again, Ethiopian, Eritrean diaspora held a no more rally, and Tigrayans, Oromos also held rallies calling upon the US government to designate war crimes committed in Tigray as genocide. Watch a few clips from these rallies. Thanks for watching.